week. If you thought you were safe from 30 to 50 feral hogs, have we got news for you? Roombas are the new bed intruders, and apparently the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have gone rogue. And we discover a way to make money even more valuable. Wonder if it's got to be worthless first.
Jingle bells! Jingle bells! Robot lady, sound the alarm!
Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour. Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
One more week in a long line of weeks where the way we record things makes things very confusing. Right now, we just finished Christmas and
Yay.
You're listening and it's New Year's. So I know it's disorienting, but it's going to be okay. Here's what we do know. We've made it to another year, right? That's officially, if we're at New Year,
One more.
Why are we doing this? But yeah, so just as we did in 2019, the next hour of your life is going to be replaced with two ignorant, uninformed, ill-advised, self-deprecating morons ranting about opinions that they have no right to have, which are probably wrong and absolutely do not matter. Our goal here at Another Wasted Hour is to convince you that where we hail from, just outside Washington, D.C., is not just a city of politics and scandals, but one brimming with art, music, and culture and bells.
Bells?
Jingle bells.
Ah, okay.
As impossible as that may
But we're
seem.
New Year's now.
So listeners, now that you know why you're here, one of our favorite people is in studio. This is great because not only does it get to be the last person we see of the year, but it's technically the first person that we see of the year.
I'm glad I've rated so highly.
Yeah. Engineer Adam is live in studio.
Yay! I'm not up in Baltimore.
And next to him, eclipsing him like the moon over the sun, is Emma G.
Woo!
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious.
We had so much fun with you last time, so I know that it was hard for us to find schedules that met because you're very popular now.
Now?
Yes.
Excuse you.
You got the Another Wasted Hour bump, right? Where
It's true.
Where it was just, who's Emma G? Nobody's ever heard of her. And then Another Wasted Hour, instant fame.
It's been amazing. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
I'd like to thank.
I'm glad our little basement studio show could help launch your stardom. It wasn't due to any of your own hard work. It was just all 6 people listening to this podcast.
It's beautiful. Thanks.
And the
6
3 of them
people.
that actually pay attention.
Yay.
So glad to have you back, though.
No, it's been cool.
We're kind of joking around, but it's actually been a huge year for you.
I was thinking about it because I've totally forgotten what's happened this year. There has been so much that my
heroin
brain
is a hell of a drug.
I mean, right? No, don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school.
Right. Drugs are never the solution unless, of course, they are dissolved in water.
This is science.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you need to stay in school.
Yeah, it's
Then
important.
you've ruined
right.
your drugs.
It's true.
Or made them better because they. Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's been a crazy, hectic year of touring and recording and writing and sorting through my personal bullshit of a
Life.
adventure that I call life. I say bullshit in a good way. I'm a huge fan of bullshit. Makes for great fertilizer. You can plant a garden.
I like
positivity wins.
Yeah.
Positivity wins.
The grass is always greener where the shit is.
Right.
Yeah.
And you water it.
Right. You do have to water it.
Like,
tend to it.
hydration is happiness.
Light.
That too.
Can't be in the darkness.
Yeah. So, but basically like a US tour we did in March, April. Released our first single of the year in May, had like a crap load of shows, and then went to New Zealand and did 12 shows in 16 days. So it was like 16 shows in 35 cities across 16 states when we were here.
Mm-hmm.
And then came back, recordings, releases, shows galore, and then New Zealand, 12 shows in 16 days, got back 11 a.m. on the 8th of September.
Okay.
We were on stage at the DC State Fair at 1 p.m. that same day. And then following that was 35 days of straight shows.
Wow.
So yeah, things are busy. So thank you.
You had
Thank
a world tour. That's officially a world tour.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
I mean,
Two countries.
Yeah,
but
that's
all right.
But they're like on opposite sides of the world.
This is true. We did fly across the world.
I'm just saying.
This is
Right? Maybe you had outposts on either side of the world, but it was the world.
It was the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm working
If you don't
on
have
it.
very many countries, but you do have to cross the international date line. It's a
Several
world tour.
times.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's totally a world
Like,
tour.
okay, cool.
I think
Who needs facts?
it's official. That's amazing though. So things are
Thank
going really
you.
well.
Yeah. So things are. Gosh, where am I now? So yeah, we got back from New Zealand. My entire life changed. We got evicted from our house.
Oh no, that's not good.
Well, technically, we didn't get evicted because it turned out we weren't on the tenancy legally.
That makes it easier.
So, sure. But I've been basically like an alien. I don't know, like not here. I've been a ghost for the last 4.5 years. So that's been fun. But we found a new house. So I'm living with my wonderful housemates. Broke up with my partner of a long time, and that's been fantastic because my life is just so much better now.
Sure.
Because I can now, do shows without having to. Anyways,
It's easier to do leg day without all the baggage.
you know what? Baggage makes leg day even better because it's so much heavier.
Yeah.
But I like the weights to be not baggage. You obviously saw my memes today. Did you see that?
I didn't.
They're okay. Well,
Oh.
I have an emotional bag leg day meme that you just
Nice. Well,
suddenly related to.
I have stolen it.
It's not the most impressive kind of clairvoyancy I've ever seen, but
I'm not sure
It'll
how
do.
I'm not going to leverage this into money anyway. I don't think. I feel like it's a bleak future for me, but
This is amazing.
this is going to definitely go on my OK Cupid. Hey, ladies, do you want to know about memes that come out a day ahead of time? You're in luck.
Yeah, cool. So, okay, Cupid, that's a thing.
It
But
is a
yeah,
thing.
so my mentor, turned around to me and said, "Hey, look, I want to help."
Okay.
So, she has given me a mentorship, and so I'm currently working out of her house, in McLean, Virginia, and having an amazing time of, being surrounded by powerful and entrepreneurial, magical human beings.
Yeah, always great.
That just keep me inspired, keep me motivated. I'm learning so much. And as a result of it all, I am now on this mad mission of releasing a single every 6 weeks. So that is my new 2020 thing
Soiree.
of craziness. I don't even know what's going on. Who am I?
We actually
Life is
have
insane.
we have your next single that's coming
Yes.
out, and so when does the single actually hit? It's called Proud.
Yes.
When
so
does the
that
6th
comes
week?
out on the 10th of January.
10th of January.
Following the previous single, Time's Up for the Bad Stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
is a really, so this is the kind of crazy shit that I go through, right?
Yeah.
So I used to busk every morning,
Yes.
and now don't need to do that because my mentor has essentially been my,
Your
fairy
base
godmother.
income. Yeah.
So now, but I was busking and I got this email from this random woman saying, "Hey, my daughter's turning 7.
Mm-hmm.
Can you come and sing at her birthday party?" And I was like, "I don't do kids music,
Yeah.
but I can refer you on to something." She's like, "No. We're having a protest outside the White House for her birthday party. So could you come and perform because she likes your music?"
Okay.
And I was like, "All right, would you like me to write a song for her?" And that's how I wrote Time Is Up for the Bad Stuff.
That's
and then-
amazing because I think if you were to hire people, most times they'd be like, "Yeah, what do you want me to play?" So, but they wouldn't be like, "Let me write you a custom song."
Right.
That's so.
And this song has hit 17,000 views
What?
so far. It's been insane.
It's all 6-year-olds,
I mean, I hope so
right?
because Time's Up for the Bad Stuff
Yeah.
when you're 6.
Right.
For sure. Otherwise, there'll definitely be some more expletives in that song. So, but that's fun. And then Proud, it's totally different feel. It was a song that I wrote for my father not long after he passed away, which was on the 8th of January.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2018.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, thanks. It's a life, you know.
It's definitely different, right? I lost my father, I think 3 or 4 years ago now, and when it happens, you're like, this is weird. Like I've always had a dad, and now I don't have a dad. Like
Right.
that's strange.
I'm sorry, dude.
And so so I get that, right? It's like
it's weird from like. Totally. It is weird, but I think at least you had him there.
Mhm.
Like for me, growing up in New Zealand, my dad lived in Fiji with his other 5 kids and wife.
Right.
And so like I had a dad, but he mostly lived in my head and on the phone and whatever. And so
we actually have a lot in common. We should talk about it sometime.
I'm excited.
Because he was actually in California most of the time.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And so
It's even further to get to California than it is to get to Fiji from New Zealand. Fun fact.
what? Oh, we
Yeah.
should definitely go to New Zealand and then Fiji.
I mean, this can happen.
But it's interesting. So we actually got like closer right towards the end of things.
Right.
But before that, like, you know, before that kind of started cascading, we were quite distant. And so so it was nice having those moments beforehand to kind of have memories and everything like that. But again, it's still weird because even though it was just in your head, there was a person, there was maybe I'll tell my dad about this, or, maybe my dad would know like where my grandmother grew up or
Right.
something. You're like, I should ask. Oh, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to figure out another way around.
For sure.
That
Can I get real talk for a minute?
Yeah.
So on my 15th birthday, my mom, like just before my 15th birthday, I got kicked out of the house.
Mhm.
And my mom sent me to Fiji to be like, your dad can sort you out. Cool. He's Jehovah's Witness. Fun.
Yeah, that won't be bad.
Right. So, and then on my 15th birthday, my uncle raped me. So my dad and I
not
lost
a good
contact
person.
for a long time.
Yeah.
We didn't really reconnect until I was 19. He put an ad in my newspaper back in New Zealand saying, has anybody seen my daughter?
Wow.
Can you please like that? So that was like the first time that I'd really felt any kind of like my dad gives a crap type thing.
Right.
And then when I went back when I was 23, we started to rekindle the relationship a bit better and and then 2016, I think it was, I went back and Dad and I had the best time. And then 2017, I went back and we really like just started to get to know each other. And then 2018, he died.
Ugh.
So,
Like right as it's ramping up, you're like, this is
Seriously.
good. This is, oh, no? Okay.
no, for real. And that was the first time I'd ever seen my dad cry as well. And it was great because like he bought a PA system and a karaoke set and would drive around the island with me, taking his. So he's like, "This is my daughter. She sings.
Right.
Let me show you." And so we'd sit in random people's houses with his karaoke set all set up. And, sing the Eagles and Jason Mraz's I'm Yours because those were
Nice.
our songs.
Okay.
Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, the Fugees version.
Oh, okay. Of course.
And yeah, so, and it wasn't until he actually passed away that people like it felt like the entire island came to his funeral.
Oh, wow.
Where everyone's just like, I don't think you realize just how proud your dad was of you. And I was like,
Yeah, you're like, excuse me, I need to go somewhere else.
yeah, right. And thankfully my mother was there and she was an incredible beacon of strength for me. But it took me a long time, I got back to the States and my heart was, I couldn't even, like, how do you recover from that? So
That's true. Next on our comedy podcast, we will
Right.
be doing. No, I think it's great to share this, right? Because these are things that happen in real life. These are very heavy things, but it's good for people to know they're not alone on this, right? Even people who seem hilariously funny and happy and like are up on stage, playing rock music. We also have those stories.
I mean,
Right, yeah.
and then you can like make them make you better, right?
Yeah.
So like this song I vomited onto a page, and like it was done in 25 minutes.
Sometimes
And
that happens.
that's how Proud was written.
Excellent.
So it's a definite like sentimental word vomit.
Yeah.
With a melody. That I'm really proud of.
That's great.
Get
So
it?
we're
Proud of it.
So we have about a minute of it later on that we're going to play through. I don't know if we're going to put the whole thing at the end because it's getting released later in
I
the
mean,
week.
you can.
Sweet.
It's a 5-minute song.
It's a world
but-
premiere. Woo!
Go team, go.
You can come
Someone,
here.
someone shouldn't have gotten us no world premiere stinger for Christmas.
Someone needs to get us that. Like an engineer, maybe a sound engineer.
So if you're an engineer out there listening to this show and you feel bad that you didn't get us anything for Christmas.
Yes.
Because consumerism.
So fast forward to the 1 hour mark of this show and you can listen to Proud in its 5-minute entirety. And we'll talk a little bit about it in the middle of the show and we'll have a sample there.
I like it.
And if you want to find out more about Emma G and all of the amazing things she's doing, go to emmagmusic.com. We barely even mentioned it. I want to make sure we move on because of time. But Wednesday, January 1st, you'll be at the Authors Incubator.
Almost. You almost got it.
Author Incubator.
Just the Author Incubator.
The Author Incubator.
Yes.
In Washington, D.C. That's going to be a really cool show. So we'll talk a little bit about that later on. Because it's a bombshell that you're dropping on people, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
it's a bomb of love.
A bombshell of love. We're going to bombshell and chill. And so, all right. So let's move on, though, to the
Is it still a
long-awaited-
callback if the callback's to something we didn't record?
Well, if people were to listen to the pre-show live on Facebook, they would know about these things.
Yes.
Right? That's not our fault. So this is called the Weather Report. We're going to pitch you some news that we found around the internet, and you're going to let us know whether or not you would put it in the Emma G publication.
Cool. What's my publication called?
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'm going to think about this.
Okay, you think about it.
Cool.
All right, start us off, Adam.
30 to 50 feral hogs are now building pigloos.
Pigloos is the cutest. That's so adorable.
Pig losers in bathrooms?
No.
No,
Oh.
as in
Oh, this is such a great cultural moment. I love this.
What's it? Oh, pig losers and igloos for pigs.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you. Okay,
Yes.
good.
No, that was brilliant though. That was such a this side of the pond versus that side of the pond moment. That was good.
Sorry,
I'm going to
okay.
pretend I meant to set that up.
So sorry, can you wild hogs, what?
So wild hogs are kind of a pest problem down in the southern regions of the United States, and I think
Cool.
out west a little bit too.
I've seen the movie Wild Hogs, so I feel
they
you.
I
destroy
think that's a
crops,
different
they
wild
destroy
hog.
farms, they destroy property,
Got
Yeah.
you.
so on and so on. And then that's where the popular meme came out. I think what was that, at the beginning of this year thing when the woman posted how do I keep the pigs away because my kids can't play outside before 30 to 50 feral hogs show up to try to hurt them.
Oh, I didn't
Wow.
hear about that.
Neither did I.
It was like a very popular meme going around for a little while.
Keith, we're not very popular.
I would have I knew about it the day before, but I totally forgot about it afterwards.
So, but the newest development is the pigs can't survive in cold weather,
Right.
the wild ones anyway. So they
Sure.
thought, okay, well at least this infestation will be limited by the weather and natural climate.
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently they've learned to build pigloos now, so now they are getting into the colder areas of the U.S. where they shouldn't be able to survive.
Okay.
Because now they just build pigloos to hibernate in.
So I am going to publish that,
Yeah.
but I'm going to make it about pig bathrooms.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you went into one of these things, you wouldn't be far wrong.
I
Right.
mean, yes.
Everywhere's a
Done.
pig bathroom. I feel like.
Now, nothing else should be printed because all the
They're
cute
very-
piggies in it.
They're very intelligent animals, though. They're like smarter than dogs.
No, you can taste the intelligence.
I don't eat meat anymore, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's why you know. So all right, so is it in?
It is in.
It
It's
is
in.
definitely
And
news.
they like swimwear.
Excellent. All right, so I have one here. A crop duster was used to spread 100 gallons of holy water on a Louisiana town.
What's a crop duster?
It is a type of plane that you
Okay.
spray like
Okay.
pesticides from it.
I was like imagining like a feather duster.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like your version better.
Thank you.
So
I wonder if anyone's pulled that trick on like the new kid at the farm that doesn't know what he's doing. Like, all right, you got to go out and dust the crops now.
right, you're the crop duster, and you just got one feather duster, and he's like, "This is gonna take forever."
If that hasn't been done yet, I need to buy a farm,
Farm.
and just do that.
Right,
Oh
just
my
for that
god,
reason.
you guys are terrible.
Oh, you're the new help.
Okay, so a crop duster drops what?
So they put 100 gallons of water
Uh-huh.
in the crop duster,
Uh-huh.
and then they blessed it, and then they went and sprayed it over this town to bless everyone.
Okay.
And
Can the rhetoric of my article be mocking the shit out
I mean,
of
I have so many questions, right? So first, the Reverend said that the most amount of water, this was the most amount of water he's ever blessed at one time. Up until this point, it was just like a bucket's worth, which makes me wonder, like, what's the upper limit of this?
I was
Right?
going
Like,
to say, like, does the magic kind of disperse? Even the more water, the less holy it is.
yeah, like, how do you know if the water isn't completely blessed?
Do you have to expend a higher level spell slot to bless more water?
Yeah, like, what if he blessed 10 gallons of the 100 gallons, and so it's just like 10% holy water? Like, what does that do? Like, remind you of Jesus the way that LaCroix
It's
reminds
like
you of fruit?
homeopathy for religion,
Right?
Right?
Like, what's that?
It's like homeopathy for religion.
Yeah, exactly. It would be
Yeah.
like that, or
Yeah.
LaCroix.
Okay.
And,
Or LaCroix.
Yeah. But I just imagine them like spraying it on all the heathens, right? Like crop dusting temples and synagogues and Denny's, and just yelling, we're blessing you with holy water. And then just everybody looking up and being like, yeah, we just call that water, asshole. Like, it doesn't mean anything to us that you blessed it. Like, that's just water.
I love how now they're copying the Russians, though, because I had a story a few months ago about the one priest who's hired the plane. He was like spraying holy water out the side to save them from sin and all that.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't work if we don't believe the thing you're doing. Like, it doesn't matter at that point. Seriously, though, like, I
This
want to know.
is so fucked up. I totally would publish
unless
this.
they're
Yeah.
trying to get rid of vampires, because vampires don't have to believe in holy water. You do.
Oh, that's true. I just want to
Salem's
know.
Lot taught me that much.
I want to
like
know what
it.
the rules are on it, right? Like, how long does a blessing last on water, right? And like, why don't they
These
just
are the questions.
bless the water in the water tower or like the town reservoir, and then
Because he's never like thought to.
that would be a lot more efficient,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Maybe his spell maxes out at 100 gallons.
maybe
Spell.
Yeah, he has to level up a few more.
because they didn't say there's an upper limit. So at that point, you just get like the Pope out onto like Lake Michigan and be like, yada yada yada. This is at least LaCroix holy now. I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Why don't you just bless the ocean and we're good? We're done.
Real talk. Why? Like, what happens? What happen? Are you cleansed of all your cleansed? That's not
Yes,
a word. Cleansed of all your sins when you drink or are touched by this holy water? Is that how it works?
I'm not a Catholic. I think your clothes come off.
Okay.
I feel like that's. I read that somewhere.
So I feel like this story should
That's
definitely
acid rain.
result in us singing "It's Raining Men" somehow.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No,
Good
I like
talk.
this. All right. So it's in.
It's in.
All right, Adam.
New wife, 26, charged with exploiting husband, 77, for money.
Nah.
Next up on things everybody saw coming.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
There was no prenup. I feel like there should have been someone in the family that was like, just real quick, if you have a little time, could you sign this?
So I'm not going to try to say any of the names, but it is in Tampa, Florida. So, Florida woman.
Yeah.
Apparently, this 26-year-old woman married a 70-year-old businessman and then started going around town with checks totaling up to about $1 million. She started trying to cash, and everyone was like,
Just hold on a second.
But my favorite part, though, she did find one company that would check some of them that totaled, and I joke not,
Yeah.
$666,000 is what she managed to cash.
Well, yeah, that sounds.
That seems just
Oh
a
my
little
God.
on the nose, which is why I picked this article.
Oh,
Yeah.
Florida. Oh, Florida.
Oh my goodness.
I've done so many Florida man articles. I wanted to be a little more
Thank
inclusive.
you. No, I
and
appreciate
a little
that.
more representative.
At what point do you get so rich as a dude that you're just like, that's fine?
Well,
Like-
apparently when they first confronted him, he was like, "Yeah, no, that's cool." Like,
Yeah.
no, like what she's doing is actually not like his family's like, "Pop, no, like this is not like."
Yeah.
I'll let her explain when she gets home.
Like, because if it's like Jeff Bezos or something, he's got billions of dollars. $1 million is nothing to him, right? It's like 0.0001% of his like value. So she's like, I went and cashed $1 million worth of checks. He's like, I didn't even notice. Like, come back home.
How pedestrian of you.
Yeah, you're not even trying. I gave you a black card for a
If you
reason.
wanted some walking around money, you just had to ask.
Right. There has to be a point, right?
That's ridiculous.
And then you wonder, like, which one is actually winning that particular like transaction, right? Like-
But yeah, I mean, like, is she happy with her? Like, so
I don't
many
know.
questions.
you have to like just have a really rough life, right? Because
For
yeah,
real.
you're getting money, but then you're going home to someone that I assume you don't care about that much and probably don't find attractive, because the reason that you got into a relationship was the money. So that's going to last. He's 70 something. It's still going to last another decade because he's got good health insurance. And so, like, if you can find a rich person with no health insurance, yeah, sure, let's jump on that train. But you're going for the long haul at that point. That's got to be rough. Yeah.
No, I love you, Adam.
Yeah.
The article's not making it into that because the vomit factor is just too close to home.
Yeah. No, I don't think we can do that. Okay. Hopefully this one doesn't make you vomit. A tortoise was rescued after setting a Essex house on fire.
Say that again, but slower.
A tortoise.
Yes, got that much.
In Essex, which is an area of England.
Okay.
There was a tortoise which set a house on fire, and then they rescued the tortoise.
See, it's the part where the tortoise lit the house on fire that you lost me.
Well, so I think it's just the worst murder plot ever, is my theory. And so I think the tortoise was like, I got it. I just knock this heating lamp onto this bedding. I start a fire. The world will never know that it wasn't an accident, and I can have all the lettuces that I want. Now that the flames have started, now all I have to do is save myself by running out of oh shit, I'm a tortoise. Who knew my ego would be my undoing after winning just one race? So
The tortoise. Oh, you're clever. You're clever.
He got it. It just got he got to cocksure on it.
Who?
I said the word cock. Is that what happened? Cocksure is.
I am
actually
just the world's most well-developed 8-year-old.
Okay, yeah.
But you didn't know what Netflix and chill was. So, I mean,
Again, world's most well-developed 8-year-old.
Yeah, an 8-year-old would be like, I do like Netflix.
and tacos.
Right. An 8-year-old would be like, Netflix and chill. What about video games? So they had to go and rescue this tortoise who had set a fire in the house because apparently it can't get out on its own because it's a tortoise.
Who's they? The firemen?
Yeah, there were firemen that came to the fire and saved a tortoise because they were like, I'm not in the mood for soup today.
Oh.
Did that get too dark? Was that dark?
Based on that joke alone, it's next.
What? You don't have to put that joke in. You can just put the rest of it in.
The rest of the tortoise?
There was a really good, the whole shell and everything. There was the race joke. Look, there was a bunch of racist jokes.
No.
They're about races.
I get it. The tortoise and the hare. I got it. I picked. Oh my God, next.
Fine, whatever.
All right, so for the sake of time, we're going to go into our lightning round.
Okay.
So we're just going to read headlines that you've got questions we'll try to answer, but we did not read these nearly as little as we did the other ones.
Okay, cool.
Nearly as little. I see what you did there.
Man robs rural Alberta bank with firearm and machete, flees on snowmobile.
Is there snow? Wait, was there actually snow?
I mean, it's Alberta.
But
I
what time
feel
of
like
the year? Is it now? Did it happen?
This happened
Okay, so
right
there's
before
probably-
Christmas, so
That makes
probably
more
snow.
sense.
No, because I love Canada. Carry on.
It would be way more stranger if it was in June. It's just like peeled out on a snowmobile and they're like, that's strange.
A machete.
What's that?
Okay.
Ugh. All right.
Next.
North Carolina police officers save a couple.
Didn't hit the stinger.
What's that?
Stinger.
Oh, fine. I thought you didn't like them anymore. You won't do a world premiere one. North Carolina police officers save a couple hiding in a closet from a home intruder, which was actually just their new robotic vacuum. Yeah, they went into the closet. They called 911 because something was banging on the wall, and it was their new Roomba.
What were they doing in the closet?
Shaking.
Okay.
Hiding from the Roomba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay. That makes it in.
That makes it in.
That's
All right,
ridiculous.
good.
Minneapolis man, how do I say this? Poog de Bleed Devil Drug Chrysler charged with attempted murder.
No, you nailed it. There's no way that's wrong.
Sorry. What?
So, Minneapolis man, Poog de Bleed Devil Drug Chrysler charged with attempted murder.
That's his name.
That was what was up next
Okay, that
on
is a
things that everybody saw
dope-ass
coming.
name. Yeah, that makes it in just purely for the fact of like, what the truck are you calling your kids, yo?
What's his last
Well,
name?
no, he had that's what he had his name legally changed to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, okay. Can I read that for one moment?
Yes,
So his first name is Poog with a capital G.
but everything else is lowercase.
So I think it's Poogie.
Poogie,
is
yeah.
what that
No,
looks
that's
like.
totally Poogie.
His middle name is The Bleed.
Da
Da Bleed.
Okay.
And his last name is Devil Drug Christ Lord.
Devil
Drug
Christ Lord. That is a long
I
last
feel
name.
like
I feel like if it wasn't attempted
nickname,
murder, he would have been charged with meth eventually.
I feel like his entire being is just like his nickname should be Oxymoron. Emphasis on the
There's no
moron.
way that guy uses checks. Because that like signing a check would take forever.
Well, I don't use checks for that very same reason.
Right? That's what I'm saying. You would just
and
be
I
like,
also
keep
have to
going.
point out, America's the only country I've been in that actually uses checks still. It
Yeah.
is so 1980.
Yeah, no, it's very strange. But you would have to, that guy would have to start in the memo and then move
Yeah.
into the signature with that
Real
name.
talk. Real talk.
All right, so it's in. You were saying it's in?
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, Venezuela's currency is worth more as craft paper than it is as money. In related news, you cannot make decoupage out of cryptocurrency. Something to keep in mind. So there's no plan B. Make sure when you invest in cryptocurrency. No?
I feel bad for Venezuela.
Does anyone not know what decoupage is? Is that the problem? Or is that where
Isn't
I
that
lost
basically
you?
just a bougie name for paper mache?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got that. I just.
But they're making crafts out of Venezuelan paper or
And I just-
paper money because it's not worth the actual money anymore. So they
makes
make
me
like
really sad.
they make little art and they're like they sell that for other money, which I think is like super interesting that you're like making art out of money to sell for other money, right? To give the money value. They're like folding it and stuff, and then they're like, this is worth more when you fold it. Yeah.
Moral of the story is creativity wins.
Yes. See, look at that. And you thought art would never pay off. Just wait for the entire currency to crumble, and then you'll see we'll be kings
And queens.
and queens.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Look, I wasn't saying you couldn't be a king. I'm just saying.
Can I just pause this for one moment?
Yeah.
I just want to pay homage to you for being amazing and having 3 women on the show. Was it last month?
No, last week.
Last week?
Yeah. So
If I was wearing a hat right now, I would take it off for you.
yeah,
sir.
if people didn't notice, we changed up our way we do our show.
Speaking of queens.
And last week we had had 3 women in rock come on our show, and it was interesting. So we still had antics and everything, but we didn't do our usual bits, and instead we asked some questions that were a little more hard hitting. We think like what does it mean to make it? Right. What are problems that need to be resolved here in the DC area for
How
for
you punish
arts?
bands that start late because they won't use the back line?
Yeah, very hard hitting questions, and did a little bit of a long form show. And it was a lot of fun actually. We had Elizabeth II, and we had Mary Jo Matea, and we had Rebecca Fang from Neurofarm.
Yep.
And so that was really great. So yeah, it is coming out tomorrow, probably. I guess. Have
I'm
you
so
mixed
excited
it?
to hear.
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's whenever
Okay.
you decide to release it.
Then yeah, probably tomorrow.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Send me before I came home because the studio's an hour and a half north.
Yeah, we tried to get Emma G on it, but she was way too busy with all of her
Way too cool for us.
world touring.
What was I even doing last week? I had something on.
It's probably Cats and Watchmen.
I know. No. This time last, I don't even know. I think I was doing a show somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
I was doing a show somewhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure
Yes.
you had very important things. All right.
And then I had cats in a castle. Yes.
Yeah. So there we go. So listen to the last episode. You'll hear about that. So yeah, did we figure out the last one? Did that go in?
Yes.
Excellent. We usually don't do the name of a publication anymore, but you said you were thinking about it. What do you want to name your publication?
I'm going to call it the G-Zine.
The G-Zine. I like it. I like that. That could
Yeah.
take off.
Yeah.
That could absolutely be a thing.
Yeah. And then we'll again be like, what does the G stand for?
Yeah.
And it'll be an ongoing gag for the rest of my fucking life.
And with a name like that, though, all your male readers might have trouble finding it.
Oh!
Uh,
Nice. I appreciated that joke.
Yes. All right. So
And I wanted
All
to
right,
say,
I'm done
I
for
just,
the night. See
I
y'all.
just want to say, have faith, my friend. I know that some of you have the ability to listen and learn. God damn. Anyways, carry on.
all right. So that is the end of that. That was very fun. We had some good news there, I think, in general. And we're gonna move on to some good music. So as we said at the beginning, we have a new single that's coming out every 6 weeks. We actually have the world premiere of one of those singles.
Only like 2 weeks before it actually drops. You guys, you're
We're
lucky I
special.
love you. You're
No, we're
lucky I love
special.
you.
No, I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. And so we have the track Proud. We're gonna play a little snip of that. If you want to jump to the 1 hour mark of the show, you can hear it in its entirety. It is a beautiful song, and we get to be the honored ones to play that first. So that's very cool. I think this is going to lead me to my first question, though.
Okay.
You're doing a single every 6 weeks.
Yes.
How many of them do you have recorded right now?
I have music up until May.
Okay, so you have a little bit of a buffer.
Yes, because I've been spending the last month and a half, 2 months in the studio harassing Flight Boy Music.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Let's do this.
let me pay you money so you can make me sound pretty. And he's been really great. I told him my vision. He's all in there, all about it. He's super supportive of what I'm doing. And so I just got my latest 2 yesterday.
Nice.
So I'm
So
all
that's good.
set up to the 13th of May.
I was a little worried about you because if this was like you were like had the next one, and then
Oh,
you were
no,
like,
no.
I have 6 weeks to do one more.
No, we good. My biggest concern actually is figuring out, do I want to do actual music videos for every single song,
Mhm.
or do I want to do lyric videos? So I'd really love some feedback actually.
Okay, so where can people email you if they're curious if they would rather have a music video versus a lyric video?
Probably they can just go to imagingmusic.com
Okay.
and there's a contact form.
There you go. You can do that.
Yeah.
Or you can email us at contact@anotherwastedhour.com and we will pass that on. We have all the secret info.
I love it.
Yeah.
Secrets are my favorite thing.
Yeah. No, that's good. It makes all relationships work. And so
Totally. Hashtag this is why I'm single.
that was supposed to be a secret. So you've got all the way through May, so you kind of have it laid out as to what's happening up into this point.
Mhm.
And then you'll be going in and just continuing to churn out through the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So tell us, we've already kind of heard like what Proud is about, right?
Mhm.
What inspired it.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit of what was the actual recording process for doing Proud. What was that like in studio?
Well, so I'm also really blessed. Flight's really good at picking, like he listens to my energy and listens to my words, obviously.
Mhm.
And he also lets me co-produce to some degree. So whenever I go to him with an idea, I'm like, hey, this is the song. I'll sing it for you. This is a live video of me performing it somewhere. This is the kind of direction I want it to go.
Mhm.
Go.
Make things.
And he does. And I'm so I'm sitting there in the back, on my computer doing whatever. And he's creating sounds and I'll be in the back going, basically the backseat driver going, nope, or yes, or whatever,
What are you doing? That's not even music.
And then
More pizza.
and then I grit the whiskey and I'm sipping on whiskey while he does more, no, it's good. And then
I need more grapes. Skin them.
What are those like those cabana boys?
Yeah.
That's what I have. No, I'm kidding.
You should.
I wish.
Yeah.
Applications due next Monday. No
fee. It's free. You can apply.
Be great exposure.
Yeah, what an opportunity. Mhm. In a lot of ways.
Facts.
Because you'll be exposing yourself.
Oh my Lord. Okay. So and then so he'll run through everything, just make sure that I'm happy with it, and then we'll lay down the vocals, and it takes him about 24 to 48 hours to mix and master and then get it
Nice.
to me. And yeah, so I'm really this song is really sentimental to me, obviously, but it's
yeah.
a beautiful, beautiful track. He's done amazing things with it. I'm really glad that I could demonstrate my piano playing abilities.
Oh, you did the piano on it.
Indeed.
Nice.
Which is my first ever instrument.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a lie. My first instrument was a violin. Hated it. It hurt my neck, something chronic.
Yeah.
So I then started playing piano.
Really, you didn't jump on kazoo first? I feel like that's like a kid thing, right?
Do you guys have recorders in this country?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely had a recorder.
So yeah, that was
First instrument.
the most annoying thing in the world.
I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I'd still find my old one somewhere in my parents' house.
Yeah.
And if I do find, I'm going to have to charge my band protection money to not put it on our upcoming album.
Do it. I support this.
Well, let's take a listen to a sample of Proud. Once again, Emma G is going to be playing, or is going to have a single every 6 weeks coming out. So we have this world premiere. This is Proud from Emma G.
I didn't know just how close you held me. I didn't think you would fall away so easy. I tried to call your name out. I heard the echoes. I didn't know when I saw you, the door closed. So I lie awake and tell myself, I will try to make it.
You can definitely hear how production and songwriting mix there. That's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have no doubt, as you've just heard that, you probably want to hear the rest of it. Fast forward to the 1 hour mark of the show and go check that out. Come back and join us. Real quick, we are running a little short on time. I want to make sure that we hit this. Wednesday, January 1st at the Author Incubator in Washington, D.C. What is it that you're doing?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. I make music
Sure.
with a purpose, with a meaning. I'm not just one of those people that fat ass around about love and my neck, my back, etc.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited because Marianne Williamson, who I didn't realize coined the term, she's an author herself, and she was the one who coined the term. It is not what is it? It's not fear that it's not.
No, this is good. This is solid. I'm glad she coined this. It's obviously very coinable.
It is not injustice that we're scared of. It is our ability the idea that we are immeasurable beyond all doubt, like that we are fierce and strong beyond all
We should
doubt.
look this up. I feel like we should look it up. I'm going to
find this. I'm going to find this quote, and I will tell you this a lot better because my memory is terrible. But she is running for office in 2020, and I have been asked to play at her 1st of January 2020 launch party.
Yeah.
So it is. I'm really excited about it.
And which office is she running for?
She is running for president.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have clarified that.
The biggest of the offices. So
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
nice.
It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So I always thought that was a Martin Luther King quote. It is not. It is Marianne Williamson, and she is running for office.
So that was not Abraham Lincoln.
That was
No.
not Abraham Lincoln or
Weird.
Martin Luther King.
Oh, that's weird.
No. What?
Was that Gandhi? I feel like that Gandhi
Oh my
had
God.
that first.
It was a woman, Keith. It was a woman.
That's fantastic. And so she's running for president, an incredible author, obviously coining amazing phrases.
Well,
that,
she's a unicorn. She leads with love, and she refuses to like bow down to, you know, the ideas of focusing on how to prevent stuff or how to fix things after the fact. She's very much about like preventing and you know, and owning up to yourself and owning up to your fuck ups and making sure that everything you do is with a greater cause.
right. It's way easier to, you know, fix a roof before it leaks.
Pretty
than
much.
afterwards.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Don't put a Band-Aid on, sorry.
Yeah. So the Author Incubator in DC, Washington, D.C., that's Wednesday, January 1st. So that's New Year's Day. You have off of work. You are probably hungover. You need some good music and some good thoughts and vibes. Head down there and check out
You'll need
Energy.
to get tickets.
Oh, and get tickets. Don't forget to get your tickets.
Just to clarify, it is a ticketed event, and you can live stream as well. So if you do wish to attend, you can go to the Author Incubator or Dr. Angela Lauria on Facebook and find out the details.
And I'm sure if you go up to emmagmusic.com, there's probably a link there as well.
That's
right?
probably a good idea. I probably should do that.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
So go check her out. For other shows she'll have all year long and other music, since she's doing every 6 weeks, you're going to have to follow her to keep up with that, because we will lose sight of it eventually, because we can't have you here every 6 weeks.
not that
We
attitude.
wish
Come on,
we
man.
could.
Come on.
Yes. Other people get chances too.
No good.
All right, so let's move on to our game show that we've invented called Please God, Just Get One Right.
Another example where production and songwriting come together perfectly.
Yes.
I feel like you just wrapped that, so yes.
So this is a little game that we created where our previous guests, we didn't ask the ladies who were on the program this last week to come up with one, since they didn't actually do the quiz themselves.
Right.
That was
Right.
more of a long form thing. So instead we had Andrew, who was here from Most Savage Gentlemen. He was here on the 20th.
Oh, I love Andrew.
Yeah, isn't he great?
We share a drummer.
Nice. And so they played at DC9 on December 20th.
Their album release. Yes.
Yeah, and they just had a new album. It's their self-titled album. We had a track called Don't Say Anything, but you can find out.
Really?
Yeah.
It's my favorite song from them.
Nice.
It's such a. I could tell you. I'm so happy.
So mostsavagegentlemen.com. You can go check out more from them. And of course, Emma, now that since you know them very well, if you hate this category, you can show up to one of their shows and yell at them.
I mean, yes. This
All
will
right.
happen.
So are you ready for your category?
Sure.
The category is Ernest movies.
Oh, God.
Do you know who
Andrew.
Ernest is?
No.
No?
Ernest Hemingway?
No, not Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest Christmas, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest.
Dagnammit,
No.
Andrew. I'm going to fuck you up. No, but okay, this is going to be fun. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's give this a
I have
shot.
no idea what's going on right now.
So he was a character that a guy created. His name was Jim Varney, which is not
Was
one
the actor's name?
the actor's name.
Okay.
And he was, which is not one of the answers to the questions. And so he created this character named Ernest. And so Ernest was kind of daft and goofy, and very quirky. He did his own little things, and one of his big things is he would talk to the camera to his friend named, we don't have that either, right? Vern.
That's my uncle's name.
So he would be like, so he'd look at the camera and be like, "Hey Vern, you know what's going on? Like, I'm doing this thing.
Okay, cool.
All right, come on." And so that is what he kind of got known for. And he made all these very campy movies, none of which were like really blockbusters, but he made like 20 of them.
When you say campy, what do you mean by that?
Like they were campy is like
Think like National Lampoon.
like
Okay, so
like slapsticky.
okay, because in New Zealand, when you say camp, it means like verging on the side of homosexual. So like,
No, yeah, probably
okay,
that.
Cool. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm worried about going camping now.
Not where I was going with that, but okay, cool.
All right. So start us off, Adam.
Ernest was created by a Nashville advertising agency and was used in various local television ad campaigns for Coca-Cola, Chex, and Taco John's. What was the name of the advertising company? I think you just took a year off the end of my life with that look.
This is not going to go well, I don't think. Yeah.
Bob's Advertising.
Oh my God. How did you get that? No, that's not it. That's not even close.
Cardin and Cherry.
Yeah, cardamom cherry.
Cardamom. Yeah.
Cardin.
Cardin.
Oh, cardin and
Yeah.
cherry. Okay,
Cardin and
good
cherry.
chat.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. Would cardamom and cherry go well together?
I think so.
I think that could happen.
Pretty sure I can make a meat out of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right. Unfortunately, no, that was not the answer. Who produced and directed all but one of the Ernest movies?
Rob Reiner.
That would be amazing. We should go back in time and make Rob Reiner do all of the Ernest movies.
I have no idea.
Don R. Cherry III, who I'm wondering might be related to the advertising company.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's maybe where that connection was made.
Groovy.
I didn't check on that because I don't care.
You researched
But
enough
if
to
Rob
find the
Reiner
questions.
was in there,
Yeah,
we'd be
yeah,
all about
absolutely.
it. Right.
With the success of the commercials, Ernest became a highly requested character. However, this was difficult since many of the local companies he advertised had gotten exclusive rights. To get around this, they moved the character to the TV and film industry. His first feature film appearance was as one of Varney's numerous characters in what science fiction horror spoof?
Science fiction horror spoof.
Yes.
Doctor Who.
I don't know if I would call that a spoof. Would it be?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not a sci-fi person.
I'm not expecting you to get any right. That's okay.
I good
Yeah.
because I will not.
The look you gave me was like, no.
We were friends when I entered this room.
Yes.
We leave as nemesis. No, it's Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam.
Totally my favorite.
It's everyone's. It's a holiday tradition in our house. What professional basketball legend portrayed the archangel of basketball in Slam Dunk Ernest?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, that's a good guess. That Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is how far down the catalog went. Slam Dunk Ernest, where Ernest plays basketball. It was always Ernest doing a thing.
Okay.
Ernest like going to jail. Ernest going to camp. Ernest. But there was like something scared.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, and the Slam Dunk Ernest, and they were just same premise was like this guy who was like a janitor, right? Gets into some like situation which is hilarious, and he just like goofs his way through it, and it was mainly.
I feel like he might be my spirit animal.
Yeah, it was basically like a children's movie for adults.
Right.
Like I don't know if it was adult themed, but
It could be.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ernest's first dog appeared in several commercials, usually having given birth to a litter of puppies in the back of Vern's new pickup truck. Her exact breed is unknown, as she was portrayed by a different dog in every appearance. In Hey Vern, It's Ernest. In the Hey Vern, It's Ernest episode, Hey Vern, It's Magic, the dog is suddenly male and Vern's dog instead of Ernest's. What was the name of the dog?
Harry.
Yes, no, Shorty.
Oh yeah.
There was also a dog named Rimshot.
Yeah, I think that was the third dog.
The third dog.
Rimshot.
Yeah, Rimshot.
That's a terrible name for a dog.
What is that?
Do you not know what a rimshot is?
I mean, I do in terms of musical terms, but I assume in New Zealand it's something else, and it's
Okay.
probably campy.
It's on to the next question, friends.
All right. Last but not least, was that perfect?
Nope, we're
Thank you
moving
so
on.
much sometimes.
What was Ernest's full name?
Ernest Hemingway.
It was Ernest Hemingway this whole time. We've been lying. It was author and poet Ernest Hemingway.
Goes to jail.
Slam dunks against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and his six-fingered cats. No, Ernest P. Worrell.
Of course.
Yeah, that was his name.
Good chat.
Yeah. This is how hilarious. I think that anyone like who was born in the US would have had maybe a shot at some of these.
Maybe.
And you just were like, nope. What does that mean? Is that a name? Is that someone? So you now have the option to take all of the feelings of embarrassment and failure that you've acquired. You can ball those up into a new category for our next guest.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Can I give you 3 options that you can choose from?
Sure, but Adam has to do it.
Okay. So one of the options is going to be Flight of the Conchords.
I do like me some Flight of the Conchords.
One of the options is going to be the Spoon Engine.
Okay. Good. I
'Cause
think.
fun
Wait,
fact-
did you already did that?
No, I did not.
No, yeah, the last time you made us do Spoon Engine.
No, I did not.
You totally
No,
did.
she asked for spoon engine. We made you simplify it to car engines.
Did I actually?
No, she totally did this. She's
Dang.
trying to screw us
Okay.
with goddamn Spoon Engine again.
Okay.
And then there's my buddy Armon as the guest who like
Then
tunes cars
we'll
for
change
the
it
hobby.
to weightlifting.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. And then the third option will be about
This is not
makeup
good.
brands.
Makeup brands. Okay, what are we going with, Adam?
Flight of the Conchords sounds like it'd be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Dagnabbit.
All right. Usually what we do is we go to near and far, right?
Yes.
Is a little section where we learn more about some of your exploits and things you've been up to.
But we have very little time.
We do have very little time, and I would actually like to change the script here for the first time.
What?
I actually have the 6 questions about V8 rotaries and spoon engines here in my file.
You realize I'm going to fail this miserably,
Yeah,
right?
you selected this category. So since you got a category you had no shot at, I think we need to throw this at you. So let's go through these 6 with the rest of our time. What?
You want to do a near and far, really?
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna do this. Yeah,
You're hilarious.
it's our show. We do what we want.
So aggressive.
What engine type developed in 1951? NSU Motorwerk AG in Germany was invoked in a Monty Python skit about embarrassment.
I don't do Monty Python. I've got no idea.
What engine type was invoked in a Monty Python skit about embarrassment? It was an engine developed in 1951 by NSU Motorwerk AG in Germany.
I'm going to say rotary.
That's a good guess.
What is it?
The Wankel.
Yeah, that's the rotary.
Yeah, it is.
Vunkel.
But you didn't say Wankel.
But it's because it's
That's the funny part.
It's because it's pronounced Vunkel because he was.
Not in the skit, it isn't.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
It's a Wankel.
I mean, yes, that's one of the reasons why whenever anybody who doesn't like rotary engines, which is a lot of people because they're shitty engines, would see a rotary engine, they'd go, it would drive past and you just like wank, 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 wank because it's so loud, right?
Yeah.
Because the guy's name was Vunkel.
Exactly. And
But
it always
it's
leaks oil.
Vunkel, not Wankel, and it was a rotary engine.
Mm-hmm.
I deserve that point.
I don't know. I think it was a little off.
Oh, God.
The aeolus spleen is described by Vitruvius as a hollow brazen vessel which has an opening or opening or mouth of small size by means of which it can be filled with water. Prior to the water being heated over the fire, but little wind is emitted. As soon, however, as the water begins to boil, a violent wind issues forth. What more common name is this engine called?
Can you repeat the question without stuttering?
The aeolipile is described by Vitruvius as a hollow brazen vessel which has an opening or mouth of small size by means of which it can be filled with water. Prior to the water being heated over the fire, but little wind is emitted. Soon, however, as the wind begins to boil, a violent wind issues forth.
It's the combustion engine.
Oh, it is a hero's engine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
AliWeb is one of the oldest known web search engines, but is no longer active. What is the oldest still active search engine? It's a type of engine. Get it? It's a type of engine.
Keith is sometimes horrible.
Yeah.
The oldest active search engine.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's got nothing to do with cars. What do you do? Bing? I don't know.
Now Yahoo.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Yahoo's the longest running one.
That's cool.
Adam had an V8 engine in its most basic configuration is basically 2 parallel inline 4
I
engines
think this is the one actually that Armand didn't like because apparently it's technically wrong.
sharing a common crankshaft, has the same secondary dynamic imbalance problems as 2 straight 4s, resulting in vibrations in large engine displacements. What technological advance allows the V8 engine to operate without these vibrations?
Technological advance.
Yeah.
I don't even remember this one. And Armand didn't like it. He's like, that's wrong. That's not right. And then he launched into a 5-minute explanation.
All right, we're almost done. What is, we have to skip the other long one, but how about this? What is the nickname for car owners who have modded their Hondas to incorporate a spoon engine?
Boy Racer.
Rice Boy, apparently.
Americans.
Yes. All right, unfortunately, we have run out of time. We will have to have you on again soon. We have missed you far too much. Did you have a good time?
Always.
Excellent. So once again, just in case you haven't been paying attention, this is Emma G. She is going to be playing on Wednesday, January 1st at the Author Incubator in Washington, D.C. Her new single, Proud, comes out next month. we have that on this show. And every 6 weeks after that, more music, emmagmusic.com. Go check it out. Let's see. Please like our post, follow us, retweet us, and share the show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We cannot do this without you. Also, don't forget to review us on Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. If you're an artist, musician, or culture creator in the DC area, we want you on our show. Email us at booking@anotherwastedhour.com. Thanks to everybody for all of their contributions, but most of all, thanks to our guest Emma G and you, our fans, for wasting a perfectly good hour with us. This has been Another Wasted Hour, and if you just realized that, don't blame us. We warned you.
I didn't know just how close you held me. I didn't think you would fall away so easy. I tried to call your name out, I heard the echoes. I didn't know when I saw you, the door closed. So I lie awake and tell myself I will try to make you proud. Never said how much it meant each time you held me. I should have tried to make it right, it wasn't easy. I heard you call my name out, and I tried to answer. I didn't know that the truth would be a cancer. So I lie awake and tell myself I will try to make you proud. I lie awake and tell myself I will try to make you proud. I didn't know just how close you held me. I didn't think you would fall away so easy. I tried to call your name out, I was met with nothing. I lie awake and tell myself